Hello everyone, and welcome to the video. So before we pretty much just get on to the good news, or to what for the video, I want you guys to comment down below hashtag JumpForce2, so that way we can get some hype for the sequel. And I want people to share this with other people as well, so they can, do the same thing. Because we need a sequel badly. We need Jump Force 2 after the online services ended for this game. We need a sequel. Like, we need another game. We need to get Bandai to make a second Jump Force game. Alright, but yeah, so what I want to talk about is for what we should have for the second game. So we should have like the mentors stuff. We should have more playable characters, more attacks for our characters to use, like our custom characters. Maybe different auras. That'd be really cool. Transformations, etc. It'd be really cool for all that stuff. Who thinks we should have that? Because I think we should. Like, could you imagine Miyoshi with Bungee Gum and Hisoka's other attacks? Like, why do I feel like that those attacks should have been in the game, right? They should have been in the game normally for our characters. Yeah, but yeah, leave a like, comment down, hashtag JumpForce. Like, if you're gonna leave a comment, make sure to put hashtag JumpForce2 in it, so we can get some hype for the second game and stuff like that. You know, so we can have a sequel, because I think it's time we get a sequel, right? Alright, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, and, another thing we should also have is more anime character, or anime series in the sequel for Jump Force 2. Like, the sequel for this game, like, maybe some, not One Punch Man characters, but maybe some Demon Slayer characters, maybe some more Dragon Ball characters. And, and if you were, and also comment down below, you can also have this in your reply for your said comment about hashtag JumpForce2, but comment down below as well, like, who do you want to be in Jump Force 2? Who do you think you would want to be in that game in particular? Would you want to have more My Hero Academia characters? Because I mean, there is quite a bit of them, but they're all DLCs though. Like, would you want to see more characters base game? More importantly, would you want to see some of the DLC characters in this game as base game characters in the second for Jump Force 2? I would really love to see Grimjaw being in it, where we can still have Jaw Split, but we can also have, what else we can have? We can have, like, his Grand Race Zero, maybe his Ultimate. That'd be really cool. Or at least just have us be able to use Grand Race Zero, because I feel like that attack would be a really good attack. Like, if that attack was for Jump Force 2 or in Jump Force 2 for our characters to use, or practically in this game, it would have been, like, a great move for me to have. Like, I would have that as, like, a replacement for not really Jaw Split, but more of some other sword attacks, like maybe Avant Strash Arrow. I would totally do that. I would totally have that. Sadly, we don't have it. I mean, we can have some attacks that makes it look like Grand Race Zero. Like, we got Kamehameha, which is... It's technically... Like, Grand Race Zero is basically just a reskin of Kamehameha, just different. Different as in, it's a sword. It's, it's... You do, like, an attack that's a sword, and then your other attack is you do, like, the blast. But yeah, it's basically Kamehameha, but if it was stronger. Pretty much. Now, would you also want to see maybe more outfits for our characters to have? So maybe an outfit of Maybe more outfit variations of Blackbeard, maybe more outfit variations of Bakugo and Majin Buu, and various other characters. Would you want to see that? That'd be really fun. I would love that. Um, and in terms of maybe gameplay, maybe keep it the same, but maybe have the ability to use items. Like, there's like items you can use before you do missions, and then you can have items you can use during one, like healing items, debuff removals, items to give you like various buffs, so like a debuff inflict rate. So like, you know how there's all of these? Have like that, but except in battle, you can press like, I don't know, maybe the D-pad buttons, and you can use one of the items. That'd be really cool. Because, like, the D-pad buttons don't really do anything in battles. They only take effect after the battles. Or they take place in, like, the lobby when you use them. Like, in Xenoverse 2, like, there's capsules you can use, which are, like, items that you can use to, like, heal yourself, your team, or one that can revive yourself while keeping your key. And I guess also giving you a bit more health. Yeah, and there's also other capsules too that can give you key recovery, or like they can restore stamina for you. One can recover your key, your stamina, and also your HP, and also gives you debuff removals. Like if you have poison, you can remove that. But yeah, I'm pressing the D-pad buttons right now. Nothing is happening. You would think that that would be for something for like items, like in battle items. That'd be really cool. I would love to see that. Unfortunately, I don't think, you know, Jump Force is gonna have that for the second, but hopefully we will. I know Bandai right now is busy making Budokai 4, which I don't know if I'm gonna play it, to be honest, but I might play it. If I see some of you guys say it's a good game, I might get it. I might get it. Another thing we should have, yeah, so besides that, like, besides moves and different gameplays, maybe characters not related to Shonen Jump, so like how they did for Smash Bros. They had they had Sega first, Capcom, I think. I don't know what franchise Snake is in. Do let me know in the comments if Snake is from a certain franchise. And then Capcom and Namco since Smash 4, and then for Smash Bros. Ultimate, it expanded to, well, eventually later on Smash Bros. 4, it would be Square Enix. So, yeah. So, like, you know, Cloud, and then Smash 4, and Smash Ultimate, you got Sephiroth, and then Sora, which is Disney. So, yeah, now Disney's part of it. Maybe they made a deal saying, you know, although the Kingdom Hearts games is owned technically by Square Enix. So, yeah, it's like part Square Enix and part that. You know. If you know, you know. Also, which guys... So, I know that Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, there's 2 Yu-Gi-Oh! Characters in this game that are from the OG Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime. Or the OG Yu-Gi-Oh! Series. Would you want to see more Yu-Gi-Oh! Characters in this game? Would you want to see the guy, the main protagonist in, what is it, Yu-Gi-Oh! Xeno or Exo, something like that? Maybe some villains? Like, I don't remember any of the villains. I know Kaiba, he kind of was, but then he redeemed himself after Yugimoto saved his sibling, I guess. But yeah, would you want to see more Yu-Gi-Oh! Characters in this game? Because, I mean, they just don't feel fitting, right? Like, Yugi especially. Kaiba, I mean, he kind of does, right? I mean, you can see, like, Kaiba is just, like, the best. But yeah, we just want to see more of them in Jump Force 2 if we ever get one. What else was I gonna say? Oh yeah, yeah, we just want to see like non-Shonen Jump characters. Like Toho is one of them that I would love to see in Jump Force 2. I mean, some of them you gotta admit they would be really fitting, like Hong Meiling for one, Sakuya number 2. Who else? Maybe Marisa, because I know she has some projectile attacks or close combat attacks. One being her Blazing Star. Alright. Yeah, I would love to see Toho, maybe Genshin Impact. If, you know, if MiHoYo decides to be like, hey, you know, we could do that. We could do a collaboration. Because, I mean, the Traveler has some good attacks that are close combat. Especially some other ones like Tartaglia, Kazuha, maybe. The Brian Shogun. Like, they would be really... Some of the Genshin characters would be good for Jump Force 2. Like, right? Am I right? Maybe, more Final Fantasy characters, like maybe some of, like, the old characters, like, I don't know too much about Final Fantasy. Like, the only Final Fantasy game I mostly know of is, I'm not saying this is a joke, the only Final Fantasy game I really know much about is Final Fantasy VII, the one with Cloud? Yeah, it's Final Fantasy VII, the one with Cloud. That's the only one I know about because like I know like what happens. I know some of the characters. I know who the main antagonist in it is. Like I'm sorry, but it's literally the only one I know of because I mean it's just it's popular, right? It's one of the most popular games of Final Fantasy ever, right? Because it got a remake. The older ones they didn't get a remake. I mean they did, but they got like a port for console, But like, they never got... Some of the older ones didn't get a remake at all. It's only Final Fantasy VII as of right now that has a remake. Only thing I will say is they made the remake of Final Fantasy VII a bit less like Final Fantasy, but still has like that Final Fantasy feel to the game. Like, you can like... There's like special attacks you can use. Kind of like... You guys ever played... I'm pretty sure some of you guys have not heard about this game, but... Has anyone ever played this game called Xenoblade Chronicles? Because when I saw the gameplay of... I watched someone on YouTube play Final Fantasy VII Remake. The gameplay is almost like the Xenoblade Chronicles games, except with Final Fantasy characters, and it's got that Final Fantasy feel. What else? Yeah, maybe, besides Final Fantasy, maybe more Kingdom Hearts characters, like maybe Mickey, because he's like, what, the star of Disney, if we're gonna be honest. Who would want to see some Resident Evil characters be playable? Because in Smash Bros. Ultimate, there are some Resident Evil characters as spirits. Like there's Leon, Chris Redfield, that main antagonist guy who's like the creator. I forget his name. I'm pretty sure some of you guys who are Resident Evil fans, like, you probably know who I'm talking about. He's, like, the guy who funded the Umbrella Corporation. I know a little bit of it. I know most of what happens in, like, some of them. Like, I've watched people play Resident Evil 7 and Resident Evil Village. And those ones, like, can we just say that Resident Evil 7 was like how they brought back the horror of the series, because like I think it was ever since one, I don't know which Resident Evil game they like dropped the horror, but when Resident Evil 7 came out, it brought back the horror of what Resident Evil should be, right? They just like brought back like how scary it was back then. And made it scarier, it was in first person, so it wasn't like third person stuff. It was like all the monsters would be in your point of view of your character, which makes it a lot more scarier. Resident Evil Village did the same thing, but I don't think that game is more terrifying. It's kind of like, you guys know about, what is it, Dead Space 3? The first and second game, like, they're scary, right? Especially the first game, but the third game came out, it kind of killed the horror of the series. And then the remake came out, and that's when they brought back the horror, right? I don't know, I haven't played the remake. I might play the Dead Space remake, just to see if anything is different. Pretty sure there's not. By the way, do comment below if you want me to play this video game series known as Jak and Daxter. Because I remember playing that back on the PS2. Yeah, PS2 era time I played it. I only played the first game and wasn't really a fan. Well, I wasn't because I was a young boy, but now though, the other day I was thinking about it. I'm like, you know what? I kind of want to play Jak and Daxter again, just to see like if I can improve myself over time. If I can actually improve, like, yeah, I can get past this part of the game and progress. But yeah, back to topic. Yeah, like those characters maybe for Jump Force 2 if Shonen Jump allowed it, but one anime series that I would love to see for this, maybe Sailor Moon, right? I mean, you gotta admit, Sailor Moon, they got some pretty good attacks. Because, I mean, not all characters need to be close range, right? For this game, some of them are long range. Like, Vegeta is one. He's got, what? All of his attacks are pretty much long range attacks. Who else? Frieza. His is all close, long range. And more importantly, you know who else is more of like a long range character? I'll tell you who. Well, not Goku. He's got one attack that's like a counter, right? So we can't count him. But another is Prometheus. Oh, well, he has a close range attack. It's his triangle. Galena would also be all projectile. Alright, who else? Todoroki. Well, he's got close range, but his is like kind of long, not really. Kaiba. Dai. I mean, he has almost all of them, right? Yeah, I really hope we do get, yeah, again, like, I'm just gonna say this a lot of times, we need Jump Force 2 badly. Because then it would bring back, like, how these games should be. But could you imagine, who was I said from, Sailor Moon? Sailor Mars, or who's like the big person of the group? I don't know, but imagine her in this game. She would dominate everyone. Sailor Moon, maybe some outfits or something like that for them. Yeah, it'd be kind of cool. You know, oh, you know what I also would love to see in this game? Besides Toho, like, I know there's some characters I could think of that could be in Jump Force, or should be in Jump Force 2, that are Toho-related characters. I know a lot of people are like, yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh! Shiguma would be good, because she looks like a close-range character. But what about What about Jean? You know, Jean Yorigami, the sibling of Shion Yorigami. Imagine her in this game, or imagine her in Jump Force 2. She would probably, because like I know she has melee attacks, right? She's like, at least Mark told me about that. My buddy Mark told me that. Yeah, Jean has melee attacks. And also the fact that she's got Shion, right? So she can use her for some of her stuff. Actually, I think most of her attacks come from Shion. I think, yeah. But yeah, Shion would be pretty cool for Jump Force 2. Maybe, Kaiba, maybe, not Kaiba, maybe, who else would be like a melee character from Toho? I don't know, but, I don't know, I pretty much, yeah, you know, this whole video, it's basically just about, you know, we need Jump Force 2 to come out soon, maybe next year we'll have it. I don't know, but again, like, comment down in the video hashtag Jump Force 2, and and make sure to share this video with a lot of your friends so we can have the hype go on more for this. So that way, you know, we can actually have them do it. So that way we might, or better yet, we can get a possibility for that. Yeah. Well, with that being said, I know this video is kind of long, and I kind of not said anything too much, but, you know, in the comments, you guys can tell me what you think you should have, or what you want to have in Jump Force 2, if you want to have, like, more characters, more, serious characters that are not usually from Shonen Jump, do let me know. And also, make sure to comment down hashtag Jump Force 2. Alright, well, with that being said, I'm going to end the video here. Thank you for watching, and I'll have another video out later on today, so yeah, make sure to keep an eye out for that, and I'll see you next time.